hold on, not only did you split your game in half, you're gonna split it in quarters with DLC for the separate games? Bro, Nintendo are scammers. They are the biggest scammers in the world. How did niggas let them get away with this for so long? They already split the content in half. They about to split it in fourths and sell it all back to you, bro. This is crazy. Nintendos are evil geniuses, bro. Many issues of modern gaming. I'm just guessing we about to see some battle passes, some what's it called? Live service games, niggas coming out games coming out uninspired, just the normal shit. I'm just seeing if it's like interesting take here or not. Cause I feel like modern gaming this year been fire. Not gonna lie.
Please die. Gaming has been a part of my life ever since I was a
Not
little
gonna
kid. I grew up with some of the best retro consoles like the PlayStation.
I just found out I was
or
becoming a
Sega
boomer.
Genesis. Then I got myself an N64.
A gaming boomer
and
that I'm
just
mad
saying
at.
the word retro
I was on
makes
7
me feel
in
like
the
I'm
list.
already 1 foot in the grave. And ever since I got my hands on those controllers, I've been a lover of games ever since. I've been around the block for quite a few years, and frankly, I'm disgusted by the state of modern day gaming. Now,
why they
this is
cook
obviously an opinion piece.
Why they cook YouTube? I mean, why they cook Forspoken like that, bruh? Look, man. Look, man. Forspoken was ass. But we can stop cooking it like Redfall didn't come out. We can stop cooking it like Gollum didn't come out, bruh. Forspoken is not the worst game that came out this year. We gotta stop. We gotta stop.
Frankly, I'm disgusted by the state
Stop.
of modern day gaming.
Please.
Now, this is obviously an opinion piece kind of video.
Worst games drop.
But as someone who's been a huge fan of
So if it's not
gaming for
BG3
most of my
quality,
life
it's
and having
trash?
seen a ton of dumb moves.
Ah, look. If it's not BG3 quality, it's trash. That's tough because it's tough to say because technically my scale has been upgraded. My scale for a good game since 2015 been Witcher 3. Now my scale for a good game is Baldur's Gate 3. You know, I feel like the scale is definitely much harder now. It's definitely much harsher. I'm not graded on the curve no more. I'm grading harshly, nigga. This is like it definitely put a taste in my mouth that was too good. So now I'm tasting other food like, damn, this is McDonald's. It's hard. It's hard. I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled rotten right now because of Baldur's Gate. I will say, I don't want to be spoiled. I don't want to judge shit compared to Baldur's Gate, but subconsciously, I know I will. I know I will, bro. You get something too good like that, you gonna feel some type of way when something else ain't as good, man.
Debate on the part of the industry.
I was about to make a very nasty
comparison,
but I ain't gonna do
several people have with the industry. Although knowing some of the people who quoted my tweet with their answer, I'm sure gonna stoke the fires. Good. We need to have an honest conversation with each other if we want this industry to actually survive. Or let it crash and burn. I don't know about you, but I'm just a YouTuber.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been saying I've been waiting for a gaming crash for a long time. Like I'll say since like 2019. I was like, man, fuck it. I want a gaming crash. I want all these AAA industries to crash and burn, and we regrow the forest. All these indie studios come up. They the new AAA niggas. I've been wanting to happen for a little minute. I'm not going, and I'm still on that edge of letting it crash and burn, and just like the housing market. I want the housing market to fucking crash so I can get a house for $5. I want to crash. I want to fucking explode.
I doubt I'll have the power to change anyone's mind. Well, with that out of the way, I'm on a comment, and these are the numerous problems with modern gaming.
The black W edit. W intro.
I've been a major fan of
Finish
Pokemon
it later model?
since
That's
its
live
inception.
service shit?
Generation 5 has always been my favorite gen since it came out, and it's remained that way ever since. It's not to say that I don't have fun with the more recent games, but there's just this level of polish and, dare I say, soul put into the Gen 5 games that I just haven't been able to find in the current iterations. Not helped is the bork state of recent
I like
games.
Pokemon, but I ain't that crazy about Pokemon.
Hello there.
That new Pokemon was a mess. What the fuck, bro? Yeah, that's this. See, that new Pokemon was a mess, bro. Fucking mess. Nah, you can't down a Pokemon game. Stop that.
And I can appreciate that game development is tough nowadays, but this is insane and shouldn't be acceptable for a full-price product.
That shit probably still
$60
$60 today.
$70 for
Like,
a game
right now.
Like to not be giving me
What the fuck is this? That's Pokemon. That's a new Pokemon, bro.
Animations failed to work, and raids gave rewards even on a loss. To a lot of people, these games felt rushed. And when you have a game like Pokemon that at its core is straightforward gameplay loop,
it's fun though. It was fun. I played Wavy. I played Big Mike and shit.
Pokemon
it was fun.
is the most
but it
popular
came out
IP
like
in the world,
yeah,
and
like
with that
dog
comes
shit,
a ton of funding. This is a popular talking point used by a lot of critics who often argue that Pokemon should put more into the gaming aspect.
They should, bro.
Generally, I don't.
Niggas spend, bro. It was 200. It was 200 million to make Last of Us. To make Last of Us a PlayStation. I know them niggas at Nintendo get them niggas like 5 million to work with and was like, and like do your worst. We're about to make bank off this profit margin, nigga.
Appreciate how insufferable.
I know they don't get them niggas money, bro.
Personal gripes with the internet behavior aside,
there's no fucking way they do.
A lot of games nowadays are released in some less than stellar states.
And they don't even give a fuck because that shit sell anyway.
No! I'm sure that when I said
gonna
that,
always
there's probably a few
sell.
popular examples that popped into your brain. Arkham
I don't know what it's gonna
Grand
take
Theft
for
Auto,
niggas not to
Trilogy,
buy
Cyberpunk
Pokemon.
2077.
Like, what does it
Assassin's
take?
Creed Unity is the thing of nightmares. Then there's that mess that was Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, or if you want an example that I'm more personally attached to, No
Nah,
More
Unity
Heroes
was a
3.
mess,
The game
bro.
bugged out after the first boss, crashed my game on the Switch, and deleted my save data, so I had to do the whole thing all over
Jesus
again.
Christ.
Gonna be honest, that kind of tanked my experience for the entire game, and I've tried to come back to it a few times, but I just kept losing my
I thought this game was gonna be good. It looked so cool on the trailers.
Is because a good number of games are getting pushed out the door with these issues. Normally, there's a day one patch that can fix them, but that's dependent on the game itself, and sometimes these issues
thank you for that
don't
resub,
really
homie.
get fixed, or there are other issues that crop up because of these patches. This isn't to say that older games didn't have issues or bugs. They did, and rarely at times a patch would even be available. And even if it did, back in the day, you probably wouldn't know
if
it
you had
existed.
bugs back then, it was over. I
Pokemon,
remember back in the day where on Xbox, what was it? True Crimes New York had a glitch that you couldn't beat the game. It was this one mission where you was just chasing a nigga down, and you chase him for like 5 minutes. You catch him, that shit fade to black, and that motherfucking mission restart. And it restart indefinitely, and you can't do shit about it. You can't leave the mission. You can't restart the game, and you start right back into that mission. Your game's done. You don't have nothing else to do in that game but run after that nigga for 5 minutes, catch him, and then restart. That was so ass. That game's never getting a patch. Or it wasn't getting a patch on that Xbox, I tell you that.
In Generation 3,
that shit was bad. Me and my cousin was pissed. We was so pissed.
Something that later creations of
oh my god
would fix. Once the World Wide Web became a lot more
shit was
common,
annoying. What's good, Naya?
Were becoming more and more common, and that's clearly a good thing, especially since it can mitigate the issues of bugs most of the time. The issue I take, and I would assume
I want my
that a lot of
avatar
gamers
drawn
take, is that
in
these
multiple
bugs shouldn't
positions
be in a
like this.
product at the first place when it's sold on release.
I could probably make
These
videos
buggy
like this.
Initial releases are becoming a lot
That'd
more
be gas.
common, and this is because of the business side of things, where developers are being pushed to get the product
What?
out due to time constraints. It really feels like there's some fat cat
How that nigga
execs and
duplicated
board
himself,
members who
bro?
don't understand that quality is going to earn more customer loyalty than they could lose by delaying another few months. But gotta push out more games and earn money for that Christmas season.
These
am I
these
right?
bugs
Why
in
wait to
Pokemon,
take
I did
some
not
time,
get all
maybe
of these.
just fix the issues
Oh my god, it's Big
afterwards?
Mike.
It's a mindset that is understandable if it happened a few times, especially
I
with
got a
lot of
couple.
larger
I didn't even know they made a live action fucking Five Nights at Freddy's like this. I thought the only thing you could do in Five Nights at Freddy's is sit at the cameras, bro.
But when it becomes
I
a
didn't even know
much
this
more
was
prominent
made.
event in a ton of games, that's when it becomes
It's
an
like
issue.
that SCP
and
game.
what's even worse is when this is rewarded. I brought up Pokemon Scarlet and Violet at the beginning of the section. Well, despite all the bugs, they're the 4th most sold Pokemon games of all time.
Crazy.
Now, I still enjoy Pokemon.
That's why Nintendo never gonna give them no more money to work with, bro. Niggas keep buying it, and I'm niggas. I bought the game. I'm part of the issue. There's no reason. There is no reason for them to ever do anything better. Like, we gonna keep buying it over and over.
To this day, but even I have to put my foot down at this sort of thing. Is this the biggest issue in gaming? Well, that's up to you. I know that I'm paying $60 to $70 for a game. I like it to, you know, not have bugs like this on day one.
What?
And wait for a patch to come out just so I could play the damn game that I paid for.
Cyberpunk was bad day one too. It was. Like, it was bad. It's great now. Amazing game now. It was an amazing game then, but the performance was so bad. Them bugs was so fucking bad.
Disgusting to see AAA studios essentially
shit like this was
release it
happening to me,
now,
man.
finish it later mindset.
So I couldn't beat that
We've
shit.
gotten to the point where we applaud games for actually being complete.
I'm so mad that they
before
was
released to the public.
pressure from
This
they
should
fucking
not be how games, especially
investors,
games that have
man.
tons of support should be.
Because that shit
Although,
could have
since we
came
brought
out
that $7
amazing.
price tag.
Gasoline is.
I wish them niggas would have gave them more time, bruh. Because if they didn't put the shit out, they was gonna lose them investors, lose all their money, and never be able to finish it. But golly, I wish, bro. That could have been a legendary game if it came out with less of them damn
So,
bugs.
how about this
man.
economy?
I tell you, if I got the money listed, they passed it. That nigga was rich.
I mean, this economy is a joke, and it feels like if you even want to have a modicum of fun nowadays, you gotta shout a lot more dough
Them
for
niggas
less.
was rich.
We're now entering the darkest timeline where games are now starting to cost $70, and these greedy gaming companies
darkest
essentially
timeline.
know that we as gamers will pay that
I remember when I
much.
found
Xbox
out
and PlayStation have
games
been
was
doing
about to
that
start
since
costing
Nintendo with
$70.
the release of Tears
I
of the
was so
Kingdom.
mad.
And you know, it's gonna be worse.
I was
down
playing
the line.
Immortal
Nintendo
Shell.
has stated that this price tag isn't going to be the standard going forward, but it'll be a case-by-case basis. Oh yeah, that's always a good sign now, ain't it? I wouldn't be against paying $70 if I got incentivized to do so. What do I mean by this? It's quite
game was
simple.
good.
Good stuff with the game that players can
Was
enjoy,
it what game came out $70 and was absolutely atrocious just now? I mean, recently. I could have swore it was one that was $70 and it was fucking terrible. Was it Golem or was it Red? Which one of these? It was something that was $70. I couldn't believe it. I definitely feel like a lot of these games that come out at 70 aren't worth 70. Like, some of these games at 70 be just mid. The only game I say was a sound $70 purchase. God of War. I'm trying to think of more. I think it was God of War. Oh, I didn't buy it, but I feel like Final Fantasy 16 was a sound $70 purchase. MK1 is $70 on Switch. Bro, that shit's worth $5. Who what? $70 for Mortal Kombat on Switch? They really charge 70 for that piece of ass? That shit is garbage, bro. No way. They should have extremely discounted that. 2K is not a sound $70 purchase. I refuse to say that. Yeah. I'm thinking. I'm trying to think of $70 games that was good, and that I can only think of like 3. Yeah.
with physical releases.
They don't deserve
If I'm paying
$70 if you're
for
coming
a
out with
game,
some
give
mid,
me
bro.
things like the soundtrack, a poster. Hell, games used to come with instruction
out with
manuals
some
with them,
doo-doo.
with awesome artwork in them, but they're slowly dying off. Digital releases, I can understand you can't really do that. However, if you're still charging about $70 for a digital release, then your game better be the greatest in the world, or you better give me a ton of additional
I would play
value.
70 for
But
Persona.
here's the problem. A lot of this stuff
For
will
sure.
only be regulated as additional DLC.
You playing the new
have to
COD? I am.
purchase. It's
I am playing
content
the
that's
COD.
already on the game. How hard is it to give me a digital code to get the soundtrack for your games? I guess you gotta squeeze as much blood as you can from a rock. I'm not trying to beat up Pokemon here, but let's
Oh,
consider
God,
their
King,
DLC
that's
pack.
ridiculous,
They're
bro.
gonna be getting the DLC editions for Scarlet and Violet soon, which cost
Wait a minute. Pokemon has DLC? Not what? hold on. Not only did you split your game in half, you're gonna split it in quarters with DLC for the separate games. Bro, Nintendo are scammers. They are the biggest scammers in the world. How did niggas let them get away with this for so long? They already split the content in half. They about to split it in fourths and sell it all back to you, bro. This is crazy. Nintendos are evil geniuses, bro. What the fuck? They worse than Sims. They worse than EA, bro. It's fucking crazy. What's good, Tiana?
Cost about
What's up with you, yo?
$35 for each version.
Nah,
which to
Nintendo
me,
is
considering how
foul.
the base product was made, is kind of an insult. But fine, let's move away from
Nintendo's so
Pokemon and talk
foul.
about Resident Evil 4, the remake. The
That's
game
so
is actually pretty
fucking
well done.
crazy.
It's got a lot of polish, and I'm still waiting on a review of the game.
They really do. Nintendo got niggas by the tip of their meat, dragging it down. Like, nigga, it's you gotta go. That's it, fucking
And before we
insane.
edited, sorry. But when the game came
Fucking
out,
insane.
Capcom decided to keep its trend of first day DLC going to offer you the deluxe version of the game, where you get a few extra outfits, a couple of weapons,
sick.
some screen filters for some reason, the original game soundtrack,
Ooh, that
and a
shit's
map
sick.
that leads you to treasures
doing
in the
great,
game
Tia.
that
I'm
are
doing
otherwise
great.
unattainable. A lot of people will probably argue and say that this is extra content,
Whoa,
so
I'm
it's
happy
only
feeling
natural
better.
that Capcom would charge for it. But this is
Wasn't GTA Remaster $70? Bro, say you lying. Say you lying, bro. Please, you talking about for the upgraded consoles? I mean, for the PS5 and shit? GTA 5 PS5. Please. Wait, no way. I'm not seeing 70. It just might be on sale now. But if the PS5 version of this shit was $70, if it was, that's ridiculous, bro. Yeah, PS5. That shit say it's 40. It say 40. Normal price was 40. It say 40 here too on the PlayStation Store. If it's 40 on the PlayStation Store, I assume it's not a sale, so it was $40. But I ain't gonna lie, $40 for a 10-year-old game that niggas played 2 times over. I ain't paying $40 for that shit, man. No, digital upgrade needs to just be $10. Like, that's ridiculous.
extra content. This was all good to go and could have easily been included in the base game, but was cut so Capcom could squeeze a little more money out of your wallet. What's worse if you actually are...
Oh, you talking about GTA 3? GTA 3? I don't know. I heard them old GTA remakes was terrible anyway. Heard they gave them shits to somebody else and it was ridiculous.
To get the base game, not wanting to support this DLC practice, well, screw you, Con.
heard
It's
they
now
was
$20
bad.
if you want to get that DLC. They want to pay $10 up front? Well, get bet, loser. My question is, why? Why do we need to pay more? Of course, this isn't the only thing that Resident Evil 4 does. The game has microtransactions. Yay! For $3, you can buy exclusive upgrade tickets.
Capcom be juicing almost everything they make. I feel like the only series I've played from Capcom that ain't been absolutely juiced is probably Monster Hunter. Everything else got some squeeze to it. They squeezed the life out of Resident Evil lovers. I don't even play the game. Nigga, we watched that Capcom like show. 25% of the show was Resident Evil 4 extra shit that they gonna charge you money for. And that shit came out a minute ago. Then they gonna have a fucking JPEG for Monster Hunter. Like, bro, please give me more shit. Juice that. Juice a game I like, man. Not really. But still. Oh, and what's it called? What's the other one that coming out with? Dragon's Dogma. I ain't seen them juice that, but that shit old. And a new one not out yet, so they can juice it eventually, maybe. They've been doing Street Fighter and they do the fuck out of Resident Evil shit, man.
As many as your heart and bank account can handle so you can get upgrades for your weapons. Essentially,
It's
it's
ridiculous.
a pay-to-win aspect. And sure, you can argue that you're only affecting your own experience with the game with these and no one is forcing you to buy them, but that's a terrible argument.
Capcom
because
stayed
that
nearly
ignores the real
going
issues
broke.
that come from microtransactions
Really?
as well as
Why do they be
DLC
going
that I
so?
mentioned.
How are they? Where is their money going? Cause they games sell pretty fucking good. Niggas bought Street Fighter 5 like 8 times. All the fucking revisions. They gonna do the same thing with Street Fighter. Like, where is their money going? Where they money going to go broke? What the fuck? Where do they be spending their shit on whores?
Above. Microtransactions, the above-mentioned DLC, have had a significant impact on game design. Developers used to create complete
They
games
spend their
with all
money on
content
bodies.
available at a reasonable price. Now it seems they purposely withhold features.
They're not
and
broke
essential
anymore. They
components
doing well
only
off now.
charge
Okay.
extra to unlock them.
I'm like, how are they broke? How are they going broke?
When done this
Niggas
way
are
as well, developers will
juicing every
prioritize
fucking
making
thing they
in-game
make.
purchases
Except
more
Monster.
appealing, even if it's just for cosmetic or offering exclusive.
Niggas that make
goodies.
Monster
It
Hunter
creates
actually
an
care. They
unfair
drop an
advantage for players
expansion
wanting
for
to
some
open
money,
their
and I'm like,
wallets.
fuck
I
it,
will
I'll pay
concede
for
that
it.
for more
This shit
single
good.
player based
I ain't even played the last
games,
Monster
this
Hunter
isn't big of an
expansion. I
issue.
still pay
But here's
for
the
it.
thing: games used to have
'cause
options
I
like
fuck with
this that
them.
would allow you to bypass skill issues. We used to call them cheat codes, where you could input stuff that would make you invincible, or in some cases just give you a big head. There are more egregious cases out there. Diablo 4 caused a bit of a stir with microtransactions at launch earlier this year. Or if you want a lot more recent, Street Fighter 6 announced that they would be getting Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle skins for the game, in coordination for the new Mutant Mayhem movie that came out. Which is nice, except for the fact that it costs $15 to get the skin for each turtle. Yep, you gotta pay $60 for these skins. The same
Oh, nigga, I thought it was $15 for 4 skins. I was like, no problem. It's $15 per skin? Damn.
price you could for the base game. Sad part is, you know, someone out there is gonna buy these things because it's the Teenage
I don't
Mutant
care-
Ninja
I don't care
Turtles,
about
one of the
cosmetics,
biggest
man.
IPs in history. Of course, people are gonna buy it. And
I especially don't care about skins and that game. I'm on PC, bruh. I'm on PC. Niggas is just gonna mod that into a skin anyway. Or my modded skins are probably better anyway. That's probably more hitting hard for console niggas that can't modify their shit, bro. But I done had 1,000 skins on this damn game. Like, bro, they was all free.
that's the rut of this, really. That
The
someone is
mods
gonna
go crazy.
buy this stuff and continue the cycle. That's not new content. It's just something to help you get ahead in the game. I'm not opposed for DLC or paying for it. I am when it's content that should have been in the base game. It isn't superfluous or it's just overpriced. Hell, I remember when I bought a remake for Klonoa on the Wii, it came with a coupon for a free taco at a place called At least it was something that I
I
got
don't understand
for
the,
my money. If we're
the
paying these
concept of
big
paying for
bucks
skins. It's the same to
games,
me. I get it. Like, it's just like the niggas who pay for clothes in real life, bro. They want to look, stand out. Some people care about cosmetics a lot more than, you know, other people. I like skins in games. I'm not a skin junkie. Like, you're not gonna catch me with all 100% of the skins unlocked or nothing. But some skins do appeal to me, like that Spawn skin in Call of Duty. I feel like I would love that. Am I getting on Call of Duty to get it right now? No, I'm not. But I like that idea. That Alucard skin, I like that idea. The Nicki Minaj joint, I like that. I like some of them. But I'm not a skin junkie. I'm really not. Like them niggas that was on like the skin betting websites and shit. I wouldn't have been on that. That is not. I'm not fucking betting and buying and trading skins. Like unless it's literally just for me making money, nigga. It's never gonna be for me getting something, nigga. I want cash. That's it. I've never cared about them damn skins. I don't got a single gold gun in the Call of Duty that just came out. I don't give a fuck about them guns. Looking crazy, bro. I don't give a damn.
we deserve
But they do be
more
looking
bang
nice
for our buck.
sometimes. Like I know I keep pausing, but the Valorant skins, like the Valorant gun skins, they look so fucking amazing. Niggas in the art team going ham on them bitches. But like still, I didn't buy one. They're $20 fucking. I'm not getting that shit.
Even more so when these games
get
have
why
a lot of
niggas would
issues
like it,
that
though.
need to be fixed.
Well, I get why niggas would want it.
I want to apologize.
Game over is a state of failure for the game design.
cars
Boss
started
fights
charging for
are
decals? I knew
outdated.
gaming was
We don't
screwed.
use the word fun. I'm
Gaming
sure you've
been
heard
screwed.
these quotes or mindsets before, especially from prominent game developers over the last few years. Game developers who want to make the medium mature. To have studios that make story-based games start taking their stories more seriously. As if they weren't before. I don't even have to say the names of the people who said these quotes. They're
Yeah, in a
responsible
video
for some
game,
of
I
the
just don't
trends in
understand.
gaming
It doesn't
design
do
that I
anything for
really
me.
don't like, especially when it
And
comes
you just
to
probably not a
storytelling in games.
cosmetic
and
guy.
I know there's going to be people who will disagree with.
It's
what I'm
kind of like
saying here, and
I feel
that's
like
fine.
I've become
Make your
way
own
more of a
video.
cosmetic guy because of Warframe. Warframe's anybody tell you Warframe's true end game is fashion, bro. Once you do everything in Warframe, you start dressing up. And you know what's crazy? I feel like it's the same for Final Fantasy. So both of them MMOs did that to me. Because once I did everything in Stormblood, when Stormblood was current, I started dressing up. I started buying the clothes that's worth $1 million. and flexing them on everybody. Did the same shit on fucking Warframe. Did everything on Warframe, had everything I wanted. I started buying color packs and fucking Sedanas and shit. and armor packs and start dressing myself up and looking good. I feel like that's where that came from because I used to be just like Butch. I didn't give a fuck about no skin, but now I see the appeal in it. I definitely see the appeal.
But to
I ain't
me,
buying that
there's
shit
been
though.
this
Hell
small
no.
creeping trend of
Not for
games
20
that are trying
bucks.
too hard to be like movies, supposedly focusing more and more on the narrative than the actual game aspect, or at the very least attempt to be more like films. I want to make it clear there's nothing wrong with making a game that takes elements from films. I'm a huge fan of narrative-driven games, and as a Metal Gear Solid fan, well, we'll get back
People
to that.
still
in a
buying
moment.
accounts
But there's
and
a
items
clear
for
difference
MMO
between
games. Oh, for
mediums,
sure.
and not just them,
Oh, for
but
sure.
between all storytelling vessels.
Niggas love
and that's
fashion.
because games have the unique ability to tie their narratives to their gameplay. Some do it better than others, but games have not only the element of interactivity to work with their storytelling, but more often than not, games will have
The quality
more
of
than
that
2 hours
game
of
he was just
content to
playing looks
work
so
with.
crazy,
Regularly, the
bro.
content can be between 10 and 40 hours. It's because of the aforementioned interactivity that can make these long playtimes worth it. And this isn't to say you need to just have
Diablo 4?
gameplay, as there are things
Or
like
3?
visual novels, point and clicks.
I wish
or
I
even
could
just
read so I could
choices
play
in the
this.
gameplay are enough to get people's attention.
I wish this had voice acting.
And it's not helped that games are often seen as a tool to help push some message. I'm sure that a lot of people aren't going to agree with me on this point, and that's perfectly fine, but when I see stuff like The Last of Us 2 getting countless awards, I'm often told that it and the first game are the greatest stories in gaming.
Which is
I
bullshit.
do not agree with that at all.
Bullshit.
Then there's
Bro, I was so disappointed when I played the original Last of Us. Niggas was hyping that shit up for years, bro. I played that shit and was like, brother, I ain't no fucking way you niggas hyped up this normal ass bullshit ass game, bro. I couldn't believe niggas was hyping that shit up. And it made me not even want to play too. Niggas, journalists and shit. I feel like the industry in general just overhyped the fuck out of that game. It was not that good.
writing in games, something that has been
It was
a
never
rising
that
trend as
good,
well.
bro.
Earlier this year, we got Forspoken, where it had some pretty cringy dialogue that set the internet on
I
fire.
loved
I've
it for
talked
the
about my
gameplay.
issues with the narrative in previous videos, like how Frey is
I
so
don't
stupid
see
that she
it.
can't grab a bag full of money that's right next to her.
I don't
out
see
of a
it, bro. That
burning building before
gameplay
grabbing her
was
cat.
mid.
It'll only take 1
was
second as you're
normal
moving, but that's
shooting.
beside the point. Game
And
writing is
crafting.
different.
The
from other
multiplayer
forms of
was
media
probably
writing,
way better.
and
I
that's
didn't.
how
I
it
will
has
say
the
I didn't experience
interactivity
that.
aspect to it.
Didn't
And at
experience the
times, games
multiplayer.
don't really utilize this strength as much as we'd like
That
to
shit, man,
nowadays,
that
at least from what
fucking
I've seen. And stuff like Metal Gear Solid not only does it have
story was
filmography in
fuck.
its blood, but also remembers that it's a game. It includes things such as boss fights, elements of storytelling, and gameplay mixed together. And being
I'll take
entertaining is all
100 God of War before fucking play Last
Aren't
of Us
they the
again.
ones who accuse Yoshi-P and the developers of making the game 100% white, so they're racist?
Final Fantasy XVI dev has a terrible answer for why the game is so white. Naoki Yoshida feels that racial diversity would be a violation of narrative boundaries.
Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live.
Fuck ass journalist.
Yeah, it has come to this point again. Video game journalism. Can you even really call it journalism about
It says when you play the game on hard difficulty a few times, the gameplay really starts to come together. Did you understand it? My first playthrough was on Grounded. I beat that bitch on Grounded. Like, it was. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say it was easy. It wasn't no easy game, especially that part where you had to cross through the houses and that dude was sniping you. That was the hardest part for me. But yeah, I played it on Grounded. First playthrough. I mean, yeah, it wasn't nothing crazy to me, bro. It wasn't nothing crazy to me at that time. Like, maybe it's just because I don't like that type of realistic type style, I guess. I didn't like it to my second playthrough. Yeah, that's too many playthroughs to become fun to me. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to try the second time if I didn't like it the first time. But like I said, the multiplayer was probably better than the single player gameplay. Bro, you already know. You already know, Drew. My light skinned God rays are shining upon y'all, man. That's it.
gaming when a lot of it's bogged
My
down
bad,
with some
YouTube.
of the
Drake
most
just dropped
inane
and we feeling
stupidity
good.
in the world? I probably don't even have to give examples because many of us could probably think of some articles or events that are just so mind-numbingly stupid. If you're an old fossil like me, some of you would probably remember the time that Jeff Keighley became the Dorito Pope to stare directly into our very souls to sell us
Man,
chips
Jeff's been
and
around
Mountain
for.
Dew.
Oh, what? This is a real image? Nah, bro. Nah, this not real. No way, bro. No way. This is a real flavor? Doritos Mountain Dew? Now this got to be Photoshop, right? Y'all, did anybody see this? Did anybody actually see these in their life? Bruh, limited edition Mountain Dew flavor. Oh wait, this is real. No, this is real. They're not available in the U.S. An Australia exclusive. Bro, what? It's not real. That's not real. I refuse. I refuse to believe that's real. That's fake. If it's in Australia, it's fake.
Game journalists not knowing actually how to get past the tutorial stage in Cuphead, complaining that
Never
Chun-Li
seen
isn't
them. It wasn't
Mortal
in the
Kombat
US.
film, demanding
Apparently.
that games need easy modes, accusing
I
Nintendo
remember that. Man said Chun-Li is not a Mortal Kombat film. That was the funniest shit ever.
and Persona 5 of using a slur in one of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate songs, claiming
So
that they're
hilarious,
being ableist, all because the writer misheard the lyrics and didn't bother to check the lyrics online.
About to get them shipped.
And really
That was
just
3
makes you
years ago,
wonder,
buddy. I don't
why
know if
is
they
this
making
an
them no more.
article?
Ladies and gentlemen, I think my brain just committed suicide.
Oh, and don't forget all the current stuff going on, like one of the latest that journalists are going nuts over the bare sex.
Hey, I have yet to get this scene in Baldur's Gate, but I on my second playthrough, I'm a good guy, or a good girl, I guess. And I'm going to get this scene eventually. I'm going to see this. I need this in my life. I haven't played Baldur's Gate in a couple days, but yeah, I need to get back on that.
Scene in Baldur's Gate 3, and then going on and on about
Need
how
to get back on
Baldur's
that.
Gate is setting a precedent for gaming that other developers can't handle. Or if you want to question something,
And you know what? I at first when they were saying that, I disagreed. I was saying that it's not going to affect my take on other games, and just like I was talking about in the beginning, it definitely spoiled me. So I will apologize for calling the developers stupid on that one, because it definitely affected my gaming president. It definitely affected my views on gaming. They was right, and they had a right to be salty, cause they definitely did that, and y'all just gonna have to deal with it. Hey, I'm sorry, they made a good game, bro. Now I'm gonna be comparing your game to their game, and you gonna be looking silly. So step up. You gonna have to step up. You gonna have to actually hire people that know how to make a game, except for these diversity hires and whack picks y'all been giving people, nigga. Y'all gonna have to do something, bro. I'm sorry. Y'all been shitty for too long. It just is
Yeah,
what
I'm
it
not
is.
reading that title. The thing with journalists is they're
You've
pretty
been
much
shitty for
useless.
too long, man.
I'm not the first person to say this, but if you had a YouTuber who made video reviews of games, why would you ever waste your time with game journalists? Gaming journalism is a joke at this point. Back when sites
Exactly.
like YouTube, Twitch, and etc. weren't even around,
Gaming.
journalism
Let
was
me
a
read your comment. Gaming journalists always been shit, and GameSpot been called out so many times. Yeah, IGN been awful since like I was in high school to me, bro. Like I know everybody's talk about this review, but when they reviewed that Pokemon shit and said 7 out of 10 too much water, I feel like even as like a nigga that didn't understand gaming that much back then, like the gaming culture and community, I was blown. I was so blown. Like, and I wasn't in the community. I ain't know nobody in the community. I didn't watch YouTubers, nothing. That blew me personally. And then I came into this gaming community and everybody was like blown off that. I'm like, I understand. I understand. Which game was that? It was one of the Pokemon games. IGN too much water. 2014. Is this a video? There we go. Alpha Sapphire version. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. 7 out of 10. Too much water. That shit blew me back in the day. Like I was so pissed. That shit blew me so hard. W Extra Life, bro. Shut up.
job to inform readers of upcoming games.
What is he
providing tips
talking
and
about,
anything
man?
that Nintendo Power could provide. Yeah, they were magazines, but they were great and sold amazingly well. Since you
Yeah, I remember the magazines. Back when I used to read.
Page 1 to
Oh,
the
that
last
was
one.
that's
No
such a
ideological
nostalgia
bullshit,
trip, bro.
Politics, or current
Y'all,
youth
I remember my
activism.
mom
Games
got me like the year's worth subscription to these gaming magazines, bro. That's crazy. I used to actually read back in the day.
Pure and simple, 100% game-related.
I lost
insight.
that.
Hell, some magazines came with demos and free games.
They
but
sure did.
why
Oh
do
my
I
God,
want
such
a
a nostalgia
diatribe and
trick.
think piece from some no-name journalist
I love
who will
this.
take the time to virtue
Damn,
signal
not they
using
put her on
one
there.
paragraph to actually talk about the game.
Girl who
and then
destroyed
spend 100 on
G4.
why the developers are
The
the worst
second
people
time.
in the world. Nowadays, if I want to know about a game, I trust the people who are actually playing the games on YouTube or Twitch. The YouTuber more often than not has better comedy, a better personality, and you won't have to worry about them having a mental breakdown about how awful our world is during a PS5 review. Why is this here?
Whoa. Hold on. Yo, as I'm writing this, it looks like that Joe Biden will be our next president. Bro, what the fuck is this in a PS5 review for? These journalists are crazy, bro. These are crazy people. These are not people that need to be writing on the internet. These are all niggas that need to stay on Twitter, bro. What?
Who approved to put this in the article? Imagine if I start a review and went, "Hey everybody, let's talk about
That's
Yakuza
crazy.
0 today." But before we do,
Struggle
I have to
news.
say that our
I mean,
country
breaking news
is a
struggles with
garbage
reading.
fire
Yeah,
because of our
I used
president.
to.
Oh God. But if you had a YouTuber who made video reviews of games, why would you
They
ever
do-
waste
they
your
do need
time
views?
with game journalists? It's a lot more simple, and depending on the
guess.
streamer or YouTuber, you might get a much more honest review and some entertainment value out of it. And hey, you at least know that the people you're watching are actually playing the games they're talking about, or you can watch them play as they go. I wonder if some of these journalists have even lifted up a game controller.
The
in
submarine
past,
is crazy.
And I wouldn't have much of an issue, except
That
these
was
game
wild.
journalists somehow get a ton of perks. They get access to games early, support from the industry, and actually get to decide what games get.
Because niggas are getting paid off. Do you know that niggas could pay me off too? Nigga, if you giving me all this shit, I'm gonna speak so highly about your butt ass game. And I'm also not gonna play that bitch either, cause it's garbage. I'ma just act like I played it. Pay me all that money. Watch, shit. What, that game's great. Nah, the ending was so cool, nigga. I'ma chat GPT what the fuck happened and put it all in that damn article.
What awards? They're just pointless at this point, and they're
What
like
up, Donnie?
VHS
What's good,
tapes.
Bonita?
They're obsolete.
Pay me, nigga. I will sell
Got
out.
you. Get back inside, silly. It's cold out here. All right, now
I like his
seriously, hold
transitions.
still. I'm gonna get it this time, I promise.
Again, we're going a bit more subjective with this issue, but it's one I feel needs to be brought up.
The fuck
and
is this? Damn,
used.
that was
So
a
the
hell of
other
a kick.
day, I was looking up an older game,
looked fun.
God Hand, a game where you can actually kick people in the balls. I played the
Okay.
game a long time ago, and I wanted to get
Okay.
back into
Matt,
some more
yo,
retro
what's good?
gaming, and I figured, how much could this game cost?
$300. Nigga, if you don't use an emulator, bro.
It's not that different on something like eBay, but this is one of the biggest issues with older games, and how outside of emulation, there's going to be a pretty hefty price tag to play them legally. And this just got nastier over the pandemic. This is even the worst example of this.
Illegal. Do illegal things. There's no way I'm paying $300 for any video game. All right. I take that back. Baldur's Gate 4 came out. I'm paying $300 for it. But also GTA 6. But if anything else come out, $300 I'm not paying out. Nope, not doing it.
You ever hear of Rule
Come
of
with the console?
Rose?
It better
This
come with a
shows
whole
that
bunch
there's
of
an issue
consoles.
with game preservation, as there are a ton of games that are locked into systems that they were introduced on. Don't get me wrong, there have been
Yeah, I
a lot
better
more
emulate that
accessibility
shit, man.
to
That's
older
insane.
games. Hell, I brought up Metal Gear Solid earlier, and we're getting the collection that is coming to a lot of platforms. But not every game has that luxury, especially a lot of older games.
That's
Not too long
insane,
ago, I
G.
reviewed a game called Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists of the Roses.
The way
It was a
stream
very
prices going up,
commercially successful
streaming
game,
prices
selling
going
over 1
up,
million copies,
torrents
and
about to
even
be
garnered the
coming back in
PlayStation
a
2
big way.
Greatest Hits title.
It's crazy
And
you
that's
said coming
essentially
back,
the only
nigga.
way you can
Torrents
play the
never
game
left my
outside
life.
of emulation. It's not the greatest
Torrents
game of all
been in
time,
my
but
life
that's my
forever,
point.
and they
Games
gonna
like
stay.
Duels
What's
of the
good, Waver?
Roses or God
I got
Hand
the
are
alerts
games
cut
that
off
are
right now.
almost 2 decades old, and there have been no modern attempt to bring them to newer hardware. Same thing for games like Persona 1 and 2, which at the latest you can play on the PSP. Although Persona 2 is a much more messy story since that game was split in two, and you really can't get the PSP adaptation of Part 2 due to it not being released outside Japan. And it's a mess because you could get these games on the PS Vita storefront,
What
but
is
back
this?
in 2021, Sony attempted to close the storefront but backed off due to backlash. only to make
I
it a lot
remember
harder
that.
to purchase games via those storefronts.
I remember they did that
You
shit.
can no longer use a credit card or debit card or payment methods such as PayPal to buy digital content
They
or
took
add
down my
funds to your
favorite
wallet.
sites,
Can you see
so
why
I've
this
been.
is an
Oh,
issue?
nah, I'm up to
While
date
you
on the
have
sites,
Nintendo
boy.
with their classic
I'm
games
up to date on the
section, allowing you
torrent
to
sites,
subscribe to their
man.
online systems,
My name ain't
but
struggle
this
for
doesn't
no
include the
reason.
N64 or advanced titles since you have to buy them via the
My name ain't
expansion
struggle
pack.
for no
Same with
reason,
the Sega
man.
Genesis collection. This is an interesting solution, but one that I have an issue with, meaning not only do you have to
I've
pay
been doing
extra
good
for
on
the
my
classic
torrents.
games for the additional consoles, but there's also another solution. Remakes.
TikTok ruined anything that's exclusive, bro. I will never put nothing on TikTok that I'm like trying to keep gatekept, man. I love gatekeeping. I'm a gatekeeping master, bro. Only my niggas get to know about shit. I love gatekeeping, bro. I'm not putting that shit on the internet.
I brought up remakes already in
I
this
find
video.
something,
what with
nigga,
the Metal
only
Gear
my
Solid
niggas
and
gonna
Resident
know.
Evil 4, and hey, the fact that classic games are getting remade is good. And if you're not interested in the remakes, these ones still do have the originals
What's
that are
that,
coming
baby?
out
What is it?
or are
Thank you
out.
for that
However,
resub,
same
Heaven.
can be said for Dead Space.
Appreciate you, gang.
Of course, not every game gets the remake re-release treatment. Although more and more remakes are starting to crop up. But most of the time, the games that do get remakes
Are y'all mad about remakes? I feel like a lot of people, like it's in the game. I mean, it's in the video called Issues with Modern Gaming. But I'm not mad about most remakes. I'm only mad about remakes when they happen too like recent from the official game. Like, cause what's it called? What's that game called? Last of Us 2 getting like a remake right now? Or like a remaster? I feel like once it's like old, I'm cool. Like if like Skyrim pisses me off. It has so many remakes back to back to back to back to back. That pisses me off. GTA back to back to back to back to back. That pisses me off. Last of Us too soon. Too soon, bro. Two remake or some shit. Remastered. Last of Us 2 remastered. Yeah, that came out today. Last of Us 2 remastered. An hour ago. 5 hours ago. Like, what the fuck? Why? Thank you for them subs, y'all. W Hype Train, man. But like, what? Why? Why? Who the fuck asked for this? Who the fuck needs this? Naughty Dog is milking the fuck out of everything they do. Like, nigga, you just made money off the show. Can you relax? Golly. Yeah, they gonna keep doing it. They gonna keep fucking doing it too, Drew. They are wilding, bro. Niggas are insane. That's the only problem I have with remakes. Anything else, like if some shit came out in the fucking 90s and that shit gas and niggas want to remake, I'm completely fine with that. Like I always wanted a Scarface remake. I would love that. Or I would like a Blitz remake, the football game Blitz remake. Shit, Streets, like one of the street games, NBA, I mean for EA Big. I would like a lot of remakes, to be honest. And them games being remade, I don't have a problem with that.
Releases are already commercial successes, with one or two flaws here and there.
Oh god, Last of
Games
Us 2
that don't
just
have a lot of
dropped.
accessibility or been released on modern platforms don't
The
get
fuck?
this treatment. But hey, we just gotta have The Last of Us be on every single new generation, don't we?
Yes, we was just talking about this shit, man.
And
Def Jam remake would be so fire, bruh. They never gonna do that, but so fire. I never played the original Final Fantasy VII. Nope, just the remake. And I'm so happy they remade that because that remake is beautiful.
Remakes aren't really done
Beautiful.
that well either. Remember my section about bugs
And
that
I'm only
released?
the
Rockstar
first
released
part.
GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition, and it was riddled with bugs and glitches. Or going back to
All right, yeah,
Pokemon,
they be
Brilliant
coming back
Diamond and Shining
coming
Pearl.
out
I feel
ass,
like I don't
yeah.
need to say anything with those games.
Too
And while I'm not
fucking
against
good,
remakes,
bro.
I will say I would prefer there
It
being
was so
new games
good,
being
bro.
made, because if you have a remake, you don't really have to worry about making something.
I don't. I disagree with this. A lot of these new games come out. What they do? They come out, burn for what, month and a half, die. All these. I mean, I can't say the industry should just stick to new IPs and new games, cause they fucking die a lot of the times. All the time. Like I'm cool with them doing some shit that they know gonna work sometimes, and it's a remake and it's cool. Like, bruh, all the good games that came out this year. Nigga, think of all the games that also died this year. Like immediately on impact, on release, nigga. That Foam Stars is gonna fucking burn and die. That My Hero that just came out is gonna fucking burn and die. Redfall already burned and died, bro. Like, I mean, we get new games all the time. All the time. Nigga, and they fucking flop. All the time.
Something new. You already have the base product to jump off of, and it really just needs to adjust gameplay and graphics and maybe fix a few things. A lot of games don't really need to do a lot of experimentation.
I understand them going for
nowadays.
some
There's
safety.
a formula. So when I see a remake, while I'm happy to see a game from my past being brought back to the modern day, I feel sad.
Isn't
not
that
really
the
getting a new
customers though? What you
installment.
mean? Folks asked for Splinter Cell, but did the last one sell well? Did the last wasn't the last Splinter Cell Blacklist? Right? Right. I spelled that. I said Splinter Cell, like cell in the car. Splinter Cell Blacklist. This was the last one to drop, right? 2013, 10 years ago. I'm pretty sure this was the last one. I don't know how to look up like its official sales, but let's see. 2 million? 2 million on launch. Selling 2 million on launch 10 years ago was great. Bro, this is not a bad drop. 2 million on launch is not a bad drop, bro. I don't like that can't be terrible 10 years ago. That don't look bad to me. And that ain't even full time. That's just launch. I fucking VG charts. I would rather never pull this up in my life. Yeah, 2 million on launch. They not selling nothing. I mean, showing nothing else. 10 years ago, I feel like that ain't terrible, bruh. I don't know. Y'all think that's bad? That My Hero game look boring. I ain't gonna lie. That My Hero game looks utterly ridiculous, bro. I don't understand how niggas is having fun on that game. That shit looks terrible. I'm gonna let them have it because like I say, I don't like ruining niggas good times. But that game looks utterly ridiculous, bro. I just seen some clips on Twitter. I'm like, why are y'all playing this garbage? This is trash. I actually wanted to get the fuck off of my shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Damn, they saying only sold 2 million. That's crazy. So 2 million out of the first one sold 6 million. When was the first one out? It did. I guess it did drop in sales as a total like thing. How much? Let's see how much other games sell. Like what's another comparable game? Hitman. Let's see. Like what Blood Money? If that came out around that time, I'm guessing. When did Blood Money come out? Oh no, that's 2006. Did the Hitman game come out around 2013? Maybe Absolution. That's a year off. Let's see. 3.6 mil. It got a million. It got a 1.6 million over Splinter Cell. I don't know. Feel like this still a good ass sales record for a stealth game like this. Other than AC, do stealth games do well? I feel like 3.6 million as well. Hitman's a stealth game. And yeah, Assassin's Creed, them motherfuckers be selling through the roof. We ain't gotta look them up. Well, for 2013, I feel like this is decent sales figures, bro. 2012, you know what I mean? I feel like they're pretty good. I think they should remake the games from at least 2 generations prior. So like, they can only remake nigga shit from PS3 right now. Is that what you're saying? This what you feel like they should stick with? But let's carry it to another game or another. You talking about another genre? Is that what you're talking about? The stealth, Black, Splinter Cell, and Hitman, the same genre. We could compare it to fucking Assassin's Creed. Which one came? What Assassin's Creed came out 2013? Uh, what was it like? Brotherhood? I don't remember. Actually, I don't fucking remember. I'm just guessing. When did Brotherhood come out? Yeah, I know it sold 7 million. That's 2010. What was it, Revelations? Damn, they was pooping these motherfuckers out. Was it Assassin's Creed 4? Oh no. Hey, nah, it's gonna really shit on shit now. Oh my god. No, or 5 or 3. Which one is it? 2013. It was 4. Okay. Damn, that's the last. I remember Assassin's Creed 4 came out. I bought this game in New York. I remember that shit. Damn, yeah, it's shitting on it. It's shitting on them both. This game shitting on Blacklist and Hitman. But I wouldn't really call Assassin's Creed Black Flag a stealth game. I ain't gonna lie. Oh yeah, being stealthy in this AC was optional as well. It was an optional stealth game. But being stealthy in Splinter Cell is optional also. And Hitman. This is optional stealth shit. You know, but they are at the basis stealth games. You could go in there guns blazing, get packed up if you want to. Jeez. If I was over leveled, I'm under leveled, I would swim over and kill everybody and steal the ship. You a piece of shit. Remakes and remasters are different. They are. I agree with that. But yeah, I don't know. I guess Blacklist did do the worst compared to all the other stealth games. But I mean, 2 million ain't terrible.
There are countless issues in the gaming world, and frankly, I just scratched.
I feel like other niche games will sell around that.
To realize something. Part of the reason why these problems are problems in the first place is because we are consumers.
It ain't part of the biggest
and we allow
genre.
these
You know what I'm
practices
saying?
to thrive. Game companies know that gamers will buy superfluous DLC because we buy that DLC. They know
My point is,
we'll
people
pay
forget it's a
$70 for
business, not a
game
passion
because
project.
we're willing to pay that
For
much
no,
for
for
a new
real.
game.
They definitely gotta make that
Like
cash.
asshats because we share their dumb takes
why
on
we ain't got
social
one
media,
yet.
and some people will click their articles and give them exposure.
But you don't think niggas
It's because
are buy
we as
it right now
gamers allow
if
these
it came out?
situations of gaming to occur.
Especially
We
with
vote our
Ubisoft
wallets,
Plus.
and unfortunately, even if you're
They gonna get
against
some
some of the
money.
more predatory practices, there are others who are willing to shell out.
They
their
gonna make
money
some
to allow
money.
companies to
Ubisoft
continue
Plus,
their terrible
$15. They
behaviors.
gonna make
That
something.
to me is why online services have gotten a lot more expensive and have a lot less features as of late. Luckily, there are ways out of this. And that's support the indie scene. There are plenty of unique and
I agree with
original
that.
titles out there that can really open up.
I used to be
doors
an indie
new
hater for a
games
little
and
minute,
ideas
but
for the gaming
I'm
industry.
definitely not no
Support
more.
the developers that you like. Don't support the bad practices, and be sure to just ignore the journalists. They don't matter in the long run, and support the creators that you do trust. I mean, that can be for me too, but hey, if you just made it to this point in the video, that's
Devs are just a shield for corporate
I don't have
people.
all the answers.
They are for real, bro. Because hey, look,
Start small.
the
Have
corporate
fun.
people invisible. The
After all,
devs be out in the open
even if we lose a
getting
life,
shot on
always that
Twitter.
continues. Among a comment.
ridiculous.
Thanks for watching.
W video game. He did it. He was in his bag with that one, man. I can appreciate that video. I didn't even know I was subbed already. W mans.